I'm Rod Bruin, I'm an organic farmer from Tyalgum. Our property is 338 acres, but we only farm about 6 acres of that intensively, and we grow vegetables. I've been farming for 33 years. Over the years we've tried a lot of different things, but we settled upon coffee production for quite a number of years, and then we switched over to organic vegetable production in the last 13 years. Yeah, I'm very pleased to say that we've been making a living off the farm here for the last 13 years, and we survive on the income that we make from the farm, and we actually employ some people as well. Sustainable farming to me means that we treat the soil in a way that we leave it preferably better than what we start. To me that's sustainable, but to farm truly sustainable I think we have a problem here, because can we be sustainable using fossil fuels? So I suppose the question is, we know what true sustainability is. It's when we don't use fossil fuels and farm. I think at this stage that would be very difficult to do. So I suppose we have to tread between the two worlds and somehow come up with this conversion to be truly sustainable. Well, mainly our farm system relies upon a large amount of compost. Compost is the key for us to get that soil organic matter level up. And we farm in a way that we look after the health of the soil, or the biology in the soil. So the compost is basically providing carbon to feed the microbiology in the soil.
Okay.
Therefore, they'll look after the plants. In turn, they'll feed the plants. I think there needs to be a lot more sharing. I think there needs to be a lot more conversation, coming together and meeting and sharing the ideas of what we do, having a look at each other's farms. It is happening amongst friends that we've made over the years and other organic farmers that I know. There's also a group called TROPO, Tweed Organic Producers Association. They're very important in this role, and they have a lot of field days, and it looks like we'll probably be setting up a subgroup for them in the near future. But I think that it needs to be encouraged a lot more, and the sharing of ideas. I don't think it's healthy to keep all our cards close to our chest. I think to have a future we need to share, and because we don't want to make the same mistakes. I don't go out of my way to talk to people who are conventional unless they're open to the idea of organics. I think if the door's open to organics, then we speak a lot freer, but it's very difficult to convert people who have a closed mind about that sort of thing. But I think all farmers are open to some ideas of sustainability, and I think this is why the biological farming concept is grabbing hold, because I think the conventional farmers can grasp the biological farming idea a lot better than organics. It doesn't have the stigma attached to it. The main thing for me to tell them would be to not put all your eggs in one basket. Diversity is the key. Diversity, and to look at local marketing, because the future is local marketing, to market closer to home, reduce the food miles, and I think that's the true future of what we need to be doing. I suppose we've come a long way. We've no longer sending to Sydney and Melbourne markets, and we've send very little to Brisbane now, so we sell everything within 150 kilometres of the farm. And to continue that would be wonderful, to sell our produce closer and closer to the farm and develop the markets more and more locally. And one of the things that comes to mind is that our soil's becoming so good now with the practices and the compost that we're using, that we can grow all sorts of vegetables that we never dreamt of before. So We're reaching the point now where we're actually considering being able to supply some of these heavy vegetables to the local area, and the local area might not have to source some of those things from as far away as the Lockyer and further afield even. Things like carrots and onions, and even things like broccoli and cauliflower. I think organics has come a long way from being the apple with the grub hole in it, and people, because it's organic, it's all right to have a few marks. When your soil gets to a certain point, you can grow all sorts of things that you didn't think you could grow before, which opens up other market opportunities. And with everyone talking about going local, and some shops showing real commitment to want to supply local vegetables, and that's pretty exciting for us. When I retire, hopefully, I've got 2 boys myself, and they love it out here. And although I haven't forced them to want to farm, I'm hoping that the lifestyle here and the food we produce will be enough to get them excited about the idea. My oldest boy is doing the agriculture in high school now at Wollumban High, so he's enjoying it very much. And my youngest boy has said to me at times that he's quite keen to take it up, so I'm pretty enthusiastic that at least one of them might, if not both anyway, take up farming. I think there's a lot of things they could do, but the number one that comes to mind is that we have a lot of organic material in this Shire that's going to waste. And as this farm is so compost based, and we use so much compost, probably up to 800 cubic metres per year, I'd love to be sourcing that locally from within our Shire. At the moment I'm getting it from Lismore, but we could save a hell of a lot on freight, probably $8,000 or $9,000 a year straight up, if we could source that material here. And it just makes sense. Well, I think we just need to be tying up these nutrient cycles as humans, to be putting stuff into landfill and not recycling back into the land. It's almost criminal. I think it is criminal. We're approaching peak phosphorus. A lot of that stuff's pretty high in phosphorus. We need to be recycling. I think we need green waste and curbside waste recycling, so we can get that organic material back to the farms to help us farm more sustainably. I think we could streamline a lot of the red tape for agritourism. Farmers spend all their time in the paddock, and there's just so much bookwork and red tape now, even for farmers. 20 years ago there wasn't that. Now we've got our organic certification and all the bookwork that goes with that, as well as your tax and stuff that everyone else has got. But it's just getting difficult with red tape all the time, and we like to spend our time in the field. We're farmers and we're better off in the field. If we can make it easier for people to get into agritourism, have people to help farmers get into agritourism, or help for all general farming things, it makes it easier for people to convert to organics or go into agritourism. Most of the time the farmer's out there from daylight till dark growing vegetables, and if anything's too difficult, he just doesn't do it. It just takes up too much time. Farmers are production based and they fall back into just producing, and if things take too much effort or they're too difficult, they just go, well, I'm better off just going back and producing stuff, because at the end of the day I can see what I'm doing. But I think there's tremendous potential being lost if only farmers had a little bit of help along the way.